All right, we're up here in Alaska. It's September 15th. We're on a do-it-yourself moose hunt. And as you know, in Alaska, having the right shelter is critical. So we brought along the Stone Glacier Dome 6P tent. I had a buddy that used it a couple years ago on a caribou hunt. And after using teepees and other shelters, he said he would never come to Alaska again without it. So the summer I bought one, sat it up in my yard. It was super easy to set up, and so we brought it up here. It's nice and light, actually, for the size it is. It's right around 34 pounds, I believe, packed, but pretty simple to set up. Brady, Caleb, and I, we had it up in about 20-30 minutes. The design of it, the poles kind of crisscross, so it creates a pretty sturdy structure, unlike a teepee, like in high winds and stuff. But underneath the rainfly is a shell itself, and then the rainfly goes over the top of that. We haven't really had any wind, so we didn't guy it out, but it has tons of guy out points on it if you are in windy conditions. The nice thing about the rainfly is that it's pretty form-fitting over the actual interior of the tent, so you don't really have to tie it out if you don't need to. There are two entrances on it. The main one does have a pretty big vestibule, and so we just faced it the way we're getting in and out. We did have to put up a bear fence because day 2 we had a bear show up and eat a hole in it over there. So we did a little duct tape work, but fortunately that's all the damage he did. So we kind of guide this out here to keep that from leaking on Caleb, but it's pretty spacious. The footprint of it, I think you need roughly like 17 feet in a straight line to get around it. So it has a pretty decent sized footprint, but let's go inside here. We've been using the vestibule for firewood because there's only 3 of us and there's plenty of room inside. So this is our take your shoes off. We did put an extra tarp down underneath it. It also comes with a floor that clips in. So that's nice. That'll be nice for cleaning it once we're done here with our trip. So, all right, like I said, there's only 3 of us, so we have plenty of room in here. This is designed as a 6P. Even with the stove, we have plenty of room. We got our firewood, obviously all our sleeping bags. Here's the other door, like I was mentioning. There's plenty of these mesh pockets throughout, so you can hang clothes, store battery chargers, essentials, whatever you need. Yeah, overall super well structured. Another nice thing is all the poles are the same size, so there's no guesswork. You can put anyone to go any route, and they have these nice blue lines that kind of guide you when you're setting it up, and that's how it overlaps to make this pretty rigid structure. So if you're coming to Alaska, I feel like it's a must-have. We've all been super impressed by it so far. Plenty of room in here. Like I said, I'm 6 foot tall and can stand up, so it makes getting changed in the morning really nice. You have plenty of space. You're not sleeping on top of each other. You can dry out gear if you need to. And yeah, overall, like I said, super impressed with this. So if you're going to Alaska or have any other, hunts where there's a big group of guys, I would highly recommend looking at the Stone Glacier Dome 6P.